Hello, this is Administrative Thinking, providing 5-minute videos on framing hot button topics of today. Today's topic is student loan forgiveness. In 2023, the Biden administration proposed a student loan forgiveness program to help students out of debt. A common catchphrase heard for not providing debt relief is, "I never received a 10,000 student loan forgiveness." The statement is technically true. Instead, the students of the past received up to twice as much up front. Now let's prove it. First, by showing the recent dramatic increase in college costs. Second, some of the root causes. And third, how to frame this topic. The time period between 2007 and 2021 had a dramatic increase in college debt. The percentage of students having to borrow for college education increased from 73% to 83%. Debt to income ratio increased from 31% to 54%. In 2021, 1 in 4 student loans are behind in payments. Over 8 million are in default. Students are also subject to special bankruptcy rules, making it much, much harder and extremely rare to discharge student loan debt. In other words, students are being crushed with debt to receive the same level of education as students of the past. The pertinent question is, what has changed? What happened? In 1972, not all students who wanted to go to college could get loans. To address this, the Nixon administration created Sallie Mae to buy student loans from banks, allowing banks to loan out more money to students. The process was well regulated by the federal government and worked well until Republican-led Congress in 1997 privatized Sallie Mae. Sallie Mae turned into a for-profit corporation. The profit came from the pockets of students. Sallie Mae paid colleges to drop out of much lower interest rate federal student loan programs, pretend to be college loan officers in some cases, created kickback deals, and did a lot more devious and underhanded things. But the net goal of Sallie Mae turned from one of making sure students go to college to making sure they derive profits from students. Another major factor in increasing student debt is government investment in higher education. Government investment in higher education peaked in the 1970s, and every recession since 1980 has seen a decline in government support of education, including the last recession of 2007-2009. If government spending on higher education stayed at the same level since 1980, $500 billion more would be invested in higher education today. A large part of the student debt increase is the government shifting costs from themselves to students. Student loan forgiveness isn't about giving students of today something that students of the past didn't receive. It's about giving a portion of what students of the past received to the current students. The proposed $10,000 student loan forgiveness, inflation adjusted, is still less than half the amount of what 2007 students received. More needs to be done to end this student debt crisis. One step would be restoring Sallie Mae. The exercise in privatization didn't work. It cost students a lot more when you turn Sallie Mae back into a public entity. The second is the $500 billion that was ripped out of education needs to be put back into education. And we got to keep in mind, one of the factors that made our nation the premier world power it is today is the support we had for education. The education system produced the engineers, the scientists, the administrators, and all walks of life necessary to feed the American innovation and American industry that keeps us strong. Reducing education support will have the opposite effect. The administrative thinking on this topic is, do we, as a nation, want to keep our first world status or lose it? To keep our first world status, we must support education and increase funding to it. To lose it, we can stay the course that we are on now. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.